Hey, I'm Carl Hood with Analog Way, and welcome to my office hours. Did you know that the Aquilon had built-in timers? Well, let's use those. So if I want to use these timers, I want to go all the way down to the Timers tab here in the menu on the left. And when I click on it, I'll find the Timers page. Now the Aquilon has 4 unique timers that you can use, and you can make one of 3 things. They can either be a current time timer. This does reflect the actual system time in the box, so make sure you set the system time correctly if you're going to use this. You can have the timer be a countdown timer. Like in this case, I could set this to be a, let's say, 55-minute timer. And then I can also have another timer be a count up, right? This could be counting up in hours, minutes, or seconds, and each of these timers can be each of the 3 things. Now, a timer can have its own unique background color, right? To be whatever you want it to be. So there's kind of a nice darkish blue, right? And then I can also have the content, in other words, the numbers or the letters, be whatever color I want those to be. So I can make this kind of a nicer, maybe let's say kind of a darkish green, something like that. Yeah, why not? Sure. All of these things, backgrounds and content, backgrounds and numbers or letters, these are all changeable in terms of color. These are also changeable in terms of transparency. So you might notice when I pull this open that I have an actual alpha slider on my timers. So if I want my timers to show up on a screen, whether it's a program or an aux screen, and I want it to be just the numbers with no background, I can, for example, leave the numbers to be fully white, and then set the background to be entirely transparent. And now if I were to put this on a layer, this timer will actually show up as just the numbers, no kind of background that looks kind of gray in this case. Now, let's talk about actually using these timers. If I want to use these timers, what I need to do first is put them on image slots. So I basically need to run these timers through the IPU if I need them to live on either a program screen or an aux screen. So how we're going to do that is we're basically going to go to our Images tab where we assign things to the IPU slots. And what I like to do is I like to put my timers at the very end of my image slots, right? In this case, 23 and 24 at the bottom of my IPU, because in this case, it's kind of out of the way of all the other images that I might use on a screen, but I'm still easily able to find these when I'm on the live page. To assign a timer to an image slot, I can click on a slot, and in this interface, I basically just need to select which timer I want to put on that image slot. Timers are all capacity 1, so I don't need to change the capacity of the image slot. The default cap 1 is perfectly fine. And now that I've selected this, I can go to the live page, and under images, you'll notice that I have, at the very bottom of my images, my timers. And so I can take a timer and I can put it on a layer, I can move it around, I can do whatever I want in this case, right? Now my timer is fully usable like just a regular source on a regular screen. If I had an aux, I could do the same thing. Aux layers are regular layers, so I can use this timer as a source for my layers on auxes just like any other source. So that's how to set up and use the built-in timers in the Aquilon. Be sure to check out my other office hours videos for more tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.